What were the challenges? How were you able to handle them? Well, today you have the opportunity to share with us. So feel free and type on our Skype, Aquento4 Radio, or if you are watching us live on Facebook, you can leave your comments, your contributions there, how the year was and everything. You can share with us. And as usual, we come your way every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Ghanaian time, right here on Aquento4 Radio. This program is brought to you by Ethereum Mission International, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment. And the main purpose of the program is to awaken you to the power that indwells you. My name is Dorcas, and I prefer you to call me Doki. Well, like I indicated earlier, the year is almost coming to a close, and we are blessed to have a very beautiful, intelligent, use the words, lady, by name Sister Vanessa Boyfield, to take us through a very wonderful topic. She wants to grace you. The occasion for us, the season for us, the topic is eternal living. So let's link up with her. Good evening, madam. Hello. Well, this is our awakening and empowerment. We are trying to link up with the sister for today.
Hi, Dorcas. Hello.
Hey. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I've been sick for a while, and this week has been a little challenging on my feet.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm glad you're fine now.
Yes.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm very fine today, and I was really happy to see you coming on the. I love your topic.
I'm glad.
Great. In a sentence or two, how has the year been to you? What are you grateful for? What were the challenges? Can you share with us?
Could you come again, please?
Okay. I am asking that the year is almost coming to a close. We would like to go through some of the challenges, the things you are grateful for. Any other thing you can share with us as a motivation?
The year has been blessed, I should say. It's been full of ups and downs as usual. Life has never been a smooth road. But in all, I'm still here standing. I'm still here in tune with what and who I am. And I'm alive, ready to share whatever I have with the world, meaning that whatever has gone through the year, I've come out stronger, I've come out wiser, I've come out more beautiful within and without. And for any motivation, I just want to say that the days will come and they would go. 1 year would come, 1 year would go. It all depends on what you decide to do with every given moment and every given opportunity. For me, I've decided to couch a safe haven for myself in knowing that whatever I go through, it is life working for my highest good. So you should also couch something for yourself that will push you through the year, that would push you through your stormy moments, that would push you through ups and downs to get to where you want to get to. Summarily, that's how the year has been so far.
Amazing, and congratulations on being called to the bar.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Does Ethereum Mission have any program or activities for the season?
Yes, we do. On the 22nd, which is this very Sunday, we have it's an opportunity where we celebrate Christmas in our own musical way. The Ethereum Mission Choir would be performing, the Ethereum Mission Youth Band would be performing, even the Children's Class Choir will be performing. And so I'd welcome all of you to come to the temple in Sakaman on the 22nd, which is this very Sunday, to come and then fellowship with us and experience our carol day. It's so beautiful. And on the 25th, as usual, we have our normal service, we have metaphysics, and then we have the service itself. On 24th, in the evening, we have another service. I'm sure a lot of people don't know about this, but it's an opportunity to go through the pathway of the three wise men. In the Bible, we are told about the three wise men on their journey to visit Jesus. We have our metaphysical understanding, our spiritual understanding of this. And on the 24th night, we do this. So I would welcome you again on the 24th and then on the 25th to fellowship with us. And then on the 31st, we have our usual 31st rites, December rites, where we would usher ourselves into the coming year with more power and with more spiritual enlightenment. So these are the activities that Ethereum Mission is going to hold till 31st December.
Beautiful. 31st is my day. So when you go, you pray with me.
I will. I will.
I heard about Love Affairs, a program by Sister Josephine Tete. What is it about? If you share with us.
Okay, so the Love Affairs is basically a session where Sister Josephine Tete, a mystic in Ethereum Mission, has decided to share some wisdom nuggets, some wise nuggets on how couples should date responsibly, how relationship can be understood in a more matured way, and how to grow ourselves up in the journey of relationship towards dating, towards marriage, and towards living together as husband and wives. Is an opportunity to come and learn in-depth knowledge about male-female relationship and how we can promote each other to become better, in other words. But the advert is on Facebook. When you go to Ethereum Mission International, you can watch it on that page. As much as possible, we are trying to share it around so that we'd be able to understand what's about. It's on the 26th of December in the Ethereum Mission Temple. And again, I welcome you to come and then experience this beauty with us.
Amazing. Is it free?
Oh, it's free. It's actually free. And you even get free drinks, free small talks.
Wow. Item 13.
Item 13, yes. Item 13.
Must be assured.
Great.
Over to you as you take us through your topic.
Okay. Today I'm here to present to you a very simple teaching, and I've titled it Eternal Living. Eternal Living. But before I do that, let me introduce this church to you. I welcome you all to this platform owned by Ethereum Mission, the Church for Spiritual Empowerment. Our vision is that of a unified world in which everyone is a catalyst, activating and promoting the innate good in one another. So you imagine a world where the good you are is calling for the good in me, and the good in me is calling for the good in you. That is the kind of world Ethereum Mission wants to raise or to create. Now back to my teaching for today. Eternal living. This teaching was inspired by death. When you look around and then you see people die, you ask yourself, what is it to life? That someone will be born and then within a twinkle of an eye, without any expectation, the person just goes like that. Today I was scrolling down my phone, and then I saw a South African singer that I really love. I could feel his passion whenever he sang. And I was told that he was dead and gone on my birthday, which was on the 4th. And it took me back to reflect on my life. He has carved a legacy for himself. And I have a long way to go to even make the people in my community even know about the Spirit of God that I am, or to experience my influence on them. Beloved, there are two most important events in the life of every individual. That is the day he or she is born and the day he or she dies. And between these two periods is a very long period. Sometimes you say it's long, sometimes you say it's short, but it's a period. It's a period through which day in, day out, you are given the opportunity by life to play a certain role for which you were born here on earth. Some know the roles that for which they were born, some do not know. Psalm 89 verse 48 says, "Who can live and not die? Who can escape the grave? Death is inevitable, we shall all die, whether you like it or not. Who? So far as you have this body, you would by all means die." It says, "Dust to dust, ashes to ashes." You see, when you look at a dead body, whenever you go to a funeral and you look at a dead body, you see that the body itself, the physical body itself, is lying down, but there's something that is missing. There's something that is not making the body, the active body that we all know. You can decide to pump blood into the physical body, it will not live. You can decide to inject it with so much water or the most nutritious food that you can ever think about, it will not live. You can decide to kick it, shout at it, its senses are no longer functioning. You see, 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 44 tells us that it is sown a natural body, but it is raised a spirit body. There is the physical body, which is the natural body, and there's the spirit body, which is your spirit. And so when you look at the dead person, the natural physical body is there, but what is missing is spirit, which is your true nature. I'll tell you why it's your true nature. And so when the spiritual body leaves the natural body, you realize that then the person is no longer existing. In Chi, we say hunam and hum, the hunam being the body and the hum being the spirit. When the hum is not part of the hunam anymore, then the person is dead. Genesis 1:26 to 28 says that we were created in the divine image and likeness of God. And the spiritual image and likeness of God is spirit. God is spirit. John 4:24 says that God is spirit. Ecclesiastes 12:7 also says that our bodies will return to the dust of the earth, and the breath of life, which is our spirit, will return back to its source. And we all know our source is God, spirit, eternal. So you would realize that truly who you are is what returns back to its source. Since you were created in that image, you are one with that source. And so who you are, which is spirit, goes back to God. But you see, most of us forget about this. We don't really care that we are made up of body and spirit. Some people don't even know. Till I came to Ephesian Mission, I was just living each day. Whether it is spirit or body, it's one Vanessa Boyfield, and I could live each day as it comes. The book of Ecclesiastes is one of the books that I really love because it has a lot of wisdom in it. And it was written by King Solomon, who was the king of Israel at that time. And we are told that King Solomon was the wisest man to have ever lived on earth. And he wrote this book. History has it that he wrote this book towards his death, or towards when he was dying, when he had lived, and he realized that no, there's something more to life. And so he had to research on what it is to life. You see, when you go through the whole of Ecclesiastes, there's one sentence that comes across a lot, which is, "And it was all in vain, vanity upon vanity, just like chasing after the wind." And it was all in vain, vanity upon vanity, just like chasing after the wind. The wind has no direction. You don't even know the direction of the wind. So imagine where this wise man was coming from when he said it was like chasing after the wind. meaning no direction, just living each day as it comes, no intention. You don't know what's next, but you're just living each day. That's like chasing after the wind. He decided to go through 5 tests. When you read the whole book of Ecclesiastes, you can summarize all the things into 5 tests for him to understand why he wasn't getting fulfillment, why he wasn't feeling fulfilled. Upon all the money he had, upon everything he had, he wasn't getting that fulfillment. The first one was trying to find fulfillment in knowledge. And so he sat at the feet of scholars. If he was here in the 21st century, he would have probably done his PhD, maybe had 7 PhDs, trying to understand various areas of life. If it's geography, he's understanding geography, trying to find fulfillment. If I understand geography, maybe I would understand why I feel unfulfilled. If I study law, maybe I'll understand why I feel unfulfilled. He decided to go down into knowledge, and that's how most of us are. We feel that we will find fulfillment when we are able to finish our degrees, we'll do our master's degrees, we'll go and do our PhDs, and then if possible, we'll get some honorary award, and then you feel that yes, you are living. That is true living. No. As usual, he said, it was meaningless, vanity upon vanity, like chasing after the wind. There was no meaning to it. The next test that he went through was in wine. In fact, let me say pleasure. And reading about Solomon, you know that he had so many women, concubines. He found pleasure in discovering women, sexually interacting with them, drinking, perhaps smoking, laughter, things that would bring pleasure to the flesh, to see if he would find fulfillment in that. But like as usual, it ended with being meaningless, like chasing after the wind. Most of us are also in this phase. We think we are happy, we are fulfilled. True joy and happiness is found when you are in the midst of your friends, you go out to parties, you are just happy. But you know what? When these people go back to their rooms, they still feel some void. They feel a void that cannot be closed by the joy they got from the parties or with their friends or with drinking. You know, sometimes you drink and then you forget about your worries and pain. And then when the alcohol wears off, then you are reminded of your worries. There's no fulfillment in that. And I'm saying all these things in line with people who focus on the physical body. Like I said, we are made up of the physical and then the spiritual body. So this is with the physical body. He did not find fulfillment in pleasure. Then the third test that he went through was in work. He decided to now go the extra mile with his work. A classic workaholic. He decided to expand his vineyard. He decided to employ more people. He decided to go into this business, this venture, so that he becomes the richest man, the wealthiest man in his province. But as usual, vanity upon vanity, just like chasing after the wind. There was no true fulfillment in doing all that. And then he decided to now go into money. He was the richest man in his province. So you can imagine. And we are here, we all know how money can make you happy. You can buy anything. Most of us are going to school, most of us are going to work just for us to make some money and make our lives comfortable, make our families comfortable. And he had all these things. He was living in supreme comfort and luxury. But like usual, at the end of his days, he realized that no, it is all meaningless, just like chasing after the wind. Your silver, your gold, your diamonds, just meaningless. He realized that the more you have, the more you want, which is an insatiable test in man. So far as you are here, the more you have, you want. You can try it. You can ask your boss for a raise from 3,000 cedis a month to maybe 3,500 cedis a month. The things that you would use the 3,500 to do, it would be so insignificant. You would want a higher raise. You want a higher pay. The more you have, the more you want. And the more money you have, the more people will expect from you. The more you become responsible for other people. And that's not easy at all. And the more you become more responsible for people, the more you feel like you are losing. All the things that you have gone through in life, you are losing it because it's now going into the mouths and the pockets of other people. And so it's very easy at that stage to get greedy. You see what the concept of fulfillment in physical terms can lead you to. You see where I hope you understand where I'm coming from. The more you have, the more you want more. The more you want more, the more you become responsible for people. The more you become responsible for people, the more you feel you are losing a lot. The more you feel you are losing a lot, you feel greedy. You become very greedy. And it turns your heart away from God. You know, he realized that true happiness can only be found within. True happiness can only be found within. Like the Bible says, do not lay up your treasures on earth, where moth and rust will destroy them. But instead, lay up your treasures in heaven, where neither the moths or the rust will destroy them, or where the thieves cannot go and break into it and take up your treasure, because where your treasure is where your heart is. Beloved, what is your pride in life? Is it in what you have or in what you are? Is it in what you have or in what you are? What you have being your physical existence. Yes, it's important. Money is important. But it's your pride, your supreme pride, is the reason for which you were born encapsulated in what you have, or is the spiritual side that is what you are? Because whether you like it or not, a time will come that we call it death. When you realize that nothing in the entire universe belongs to you, not your degrees, not your money, not your vineyards, not the women, not your wives, not even your children that you have contributed to bring them on earth, they all don't belong to you. And in that stage where nothing, not even your body, belongs to you, what can you say that you are? What can you say that you stood for? Beloved, if at that point you have nothing to say, then it means that this message is for you. You are not living eternally. You are a walking dead. And so this message is meant to bring you to eternal living. You see, within the period of birth and death that I spoke about in the introduction, is the period where you need to focus and give attention to your spiritual life. That is, to the spirit that you are, to the spirit within you. You need to know why you are here, what you are here for, and then work towards it. But before you even work towards something, you need to know who you are. Genesis 1:26-28 says, you were created in the spiritual image and likeness of God, and you were blessed with 5 mandates, which is to be fruitful, to subdue the earth, to multiply the earth, to have dominion over the earth. John 4:24 tells us that God is spirit. Galatians 5:18 goes on and describes the virtues of spirit, that is, the virtues of God, in other words. So God is love, God is care, God is peaceful, God is intelligence, God is joy. And since you were created in that image of and likeness of God, obviously you are a fountain of that love. The spirit that you are is loving. The spirit that you are is caring. The spirit that expresses through you is joy, is peace. That is the true nature that you are. That is the true nature of spirit that you are. You are one with your Father. John 10:30 says, I and my Father are one. You are one with God. Therefore, what God is, you are. The Spirit of God dwells in you. All this should make you realize that you are spirit. You are not the body. It's like a footballer. You only need the jersey, which is the body, to be able to express your skills as a footballer here on earth. You are spirit. You are not the body. And for you to really identify the kind of spirits that you are, you know yourself. sit down, look back in your life, and think about the good that you've been to life, to someone. And you will get a particular kind of good that easily comes forth, that is easily expressed, that is easily showing. When someone sees you, the person knows that, oh, this is a kind person, this is a caring person. I know mine. Mine is motivation and prayer. I'm prayerful and I'm a motivator, so that if anyone stands somewhere, anyone can testify that I am drawn to motivate people. When I see that you are down, I will motivate you. Whether you are down or not, I will motivate you. So reflect on your life and notice all the times that you've made someone happy, you yourself, you felt happy, and that will draw you to who you are as spirit. The moment you're able to identify a particular kind of spirit of God that can easily be expressed, be it loving, creative, or intelligent spirit of God, you need to consciously multiply these virtues. You need to be fruitful with these virtues, and that is where the main work is. It's not easy. It's not easy on the journey of spiritual unfoldment. It's not easy at all. That's why in Mark 8 verse 34, Jesus says, anyone who comes after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. When you think about a cross, you think of a heavy burden, but it is yours to bear. You need to deny that which is not of you. You need to deny the physical pleasures to some extent. You need to sacrifice some physical pleasures to some extent to enable you focus on the spirit being that you are. If you can sing, you need to sacrifice time you spend elsewhere to focus on how you can express the spirit of music to you, to be able to influence another person. And the more you influence another person, the more the spirit within you is glorified, and you benefit from it. The joy you get benefits from it. The Bible says, Jesus once said, not all those who say, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of God, or shall inherit the kingdom of God, but those who do the will. It's something that you need to put in effort. You need to do the will of the Father. And the will of the Father is to proclaim your God glory, which is identifying your mission here on earth, identifying your vision here on earth. It's very simple. Your vision is basically asking yourself, when the fullness of this spirit, or let me say motivation, so when the fullness of the motivating spirit of God that I am comes into full manifestation, what kind of world do I see? If yours is music or singing, when the spirit of singing comes into full glorification of God, what kind of world do I see? If yours is healing, if yours is care, if yours is love, if yours is being principled, if yours is being intelligent, being brave, ask yourself, when that spirit of God comes into full glorification as your life, what kind of world do you see? If it's a world where people are helping each other, if it's a world where people are brave and can stand for the truth, if it's a world where the songs that you are singing heals everyone, then you have your vision in mind. And your vision would guide what you have to do. That will be your mission. So you ask yourself, what do I do to make this world come to fruition? What do I do so that this world would happen? And then ideas will start flowing. I need to do this. I need to do that. Once you come into that sense of living, I need to live. I need to go this way. I need to fulfill my purpose. I need to act purposefully. I'm not here for just myself. Then you know that you are living eternally. You know that you are living eternally. Cultivate the habit of forgiveness. Cultivate the habit of loving. There are so many spiritual virtues that we need to unfold within us. Like I earlier on said, all the things that embody the image of God, it's within you. And so it's up to you to keep on unfolding those spiritual images of God. Now, another thing we have to do is work towards impact. Work towards impact. We need to be able to expand the values of our soul, not just for ourselves, but to make the world a better place. You know, we are here to evolve for the promotion of life. You are not here to just evolve. As you evolve, you promote life. You uplift life. You don't come and then live life just as you came to meet it. You make it better. And that is innate in each one of us. We always want to leave something better. And so you need to replicate your soul value of love, intelligence, and creativity in the souls of other people. When you are able to care for someone, you live. If you are a mango tree, okay, let me use this. If you are a mango tree, the moment someone is able to get that mango fruit of love from you and the person eats it, since the mango is coming from you, you have planted yourself in the soul of the person who eats it. And then it will grow. The person has that seed. And so the person will also sprout up like a tree. And another person will also come for its mango. It is you growing in the souls of other people. And that is the kind of life we should live. We should think about when the good of my soul outgrows me and grows in other souls. How large is my soul? How large does my soul become? That should be what should motivate us. So we are not living in vain. No, you are helping other people. You are supposed to replicate who and what you are in the souls of other people. Have impact on others. Let your mission guide you to let others see that truly there is God, or you embody the spiritual virtue of God. That is when we say that you are living eternally. So that when you die, the person who plucked the mango fruits and ate has your soul with him or her. And so you are not dead. Physically, you are no more, but you are living eternally. The person who plucked the next mango seed or mango fruits from the person who plucked from you has your soul. And so like a rippling effect, you are living, and the world becomes a very better place to live in. We saw this when Jesus decided not to make only his biological family his family. When Mary and Joseph were looking for him, and he said, and the disciples came to him and told him that your parents are looking for you. He said, who are my parents? It's these people who are my fathers and my mothers and my brothers and my sisters. He moved from that biological, physical family into a unified cosmic family, when he knew that he is not here just for himself. He's not here for just his biological family, but he is united with all those who are here. He is planting his seeds in all those who are here. They are the ones that would make his living immortal or eternal. They are the ones that would make his living immortal or eternal. Even when you look in nature, seeds themselves know how to grow them, know how to expand and grow themselves. So you human beings, just like seeds, we need to allow people to eat into us, eat into the good that you are, and then others will also eat into them, and that is when we say that we are living. Beloved, at the end of your days, all you have is your soul. All you have is your soul. Your soul goes back to its source. All you have is your soul, and not your property, your money, your position in church, your position in the nation, your position in your family. How big is your soul? What will someone say about you? What would you be remembered for? Would you be remembered as the person who just came on earth and lived and partied and then that was it? Or someone who discovered who and what she was, and you decided to grow what you were, you decided to let people eat of you, eat from you, and then it outgrew you, so that when you are no more, at least you know that you have your soul in the soil of humanity. Are you living a garden full of love and laughter wherever you find yourself, forgiveness? Or you are living in a garden of anger and bitterness and being in a state of drunkenness, always fighting? What is the quality of your soul? What would you be remembered for? What would you be remembered for? And now I'll leave you with some practices that would help you, anchor you to be able to know who you are, know why you are here, and then know how to live eternally. I would encourage you to join a church that empowers. a spiritual empowering church, like a Ephesian mission. You see, it is the duty of the church to be able to teach its congregation how to bear the fruits of the Spirit, how to live and walk in the Spirit. But what do we see? We see churches promising their members of wealth. You will go and invest in the church because you need the blessing of God, which abounds everywhere, which is in you, which is in the pastor. There are pastors that are misleading their congregation into thinking that they are their saviors. They are not going to get salvation anywhere till they worship with them or they fellowship with them, promising them wealth, promising them physical healing of the body without any guidance as to how to cultivate your spirit. Beloved, it's time for you to move on to a church that will help you hone your spirit. In the Bible, Jesus Christ talks about the fact that there are some Pharisees and scribes that shut up the kingdom of heaven within people. They themselves don't know where the kingdom of heaven is. They themselves don't experience the kingdom of heaven. And they also shut it up against the people that listen to them. And woe unto them, for the day of judgment shall come. There are pastors who know the truth. There are pastors who know that they need to help you cultivate who you are as spirit. But because of the flesh, because of the physical pleasures, they decide to shut up the kingdom of heaven against you. So you don't discover it. So you don't know who you are. So you don't know why you are here. And you have no idea of how to even fulfill why you are here if you do know why you are here. Join a spiritually empowering church like a Ephesian mission that grows your spirit. Also, I would like you to go through something that we call here in Ethereum Mission as absolute life processing. Before you go to bed, or whenever you are in a solemn state, ask yourself that tell yourself that a time comes that we call death, where nothing in the universe belongs to you. Nothing that you own actually belongs to you. When you die, you leave your properties. So when these things do not belong to you and you are left standing, who are you, or what are you? What can you say that you stood for? What can other people say you are? When you ask people about those who are dead, nobody remembers their physical features. Nobody remembers the schools they went to, but they remember the impact they had on them. They remember the spirit values and virtues that they had on them. Like the way the South African singer Nezimu had a spiritual impact on me. He taught me what passion was. He taught me true worship. What would you be remembered for? And once you do this, you'd realize that it's easier to live life because you've been able to identify who you are. You've been able to identify the kind of world that you want to live before you die. You've been able to identify what you should do to get that kind of world. And so you can take stock of your performance you can consciously take stock of your performance in being able to attain that kind of world that you had in mind before you died. And when that time of transition comes, you are calm. You know where you are going to because you were able to take calculated steps. You were able to work towards your evolution. Perhaps you didn't get to the full extent that you wanted, but you got to a level that you knew that you have done your best. You've identified your soul worth. You've left your soul seeds in the soil of humanity or in the soul of humanity, and you are not dying in vain. Living now becomes easier. You are not moved by the storms of life. You are able to practically help other people with ease because you know that that is your stronghold. That is where you come from, the source that you come from. I'm a helping spirit. I'm a loving spirit. I'm a creative spirit. I'm an intelligent spirit. And that's all that there is to life. Learn to forgive each other. Life becomes better. Life becomes easier. And so, beloved, I would like to conclude with this, that you are a precious gift unto life, that the elements, the air, fire, water, the earth, all came together and said, I will support you from the day that you are born to the day that you die. You are here to live eternally. Let's not waste this opportunity that we have. I'm sure you've heard it so many times that you are here to live eternal. But trust me, life is short. No one knows when he or she is living or when he or she is dying. But the moment you bring this to mind, you are conscious of the number of days that you have. You are counting your days consciously and knowing that I will die or I will sleep and not wake up, but I'm eternally living here on earth. Thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you. Over to you, Dorcas.
God bless you. This is phenomenal. Wow. Amazing. I've been making a lot of notes. Well, pick your phones. If you're in the US, you can get us on 013-156-406. I get it. 0013156364063. If you're outside of the UK, you can get us on 00440 08 148 180. 00440 208 180. And our beautiful, intelligent, eloquent sister is ever ready to answer your question. What will you be remembered for? What would you be remembered for? This question was just running through my mind. I guess it's even tired running through my mind. Wow. This is really a powerful question for the season. We have to ask ourselves, what would we be remembered for?
Yes.
So, Vanessa, right. What triggers this topic?
Pardon?
What triggered this topic?
Like I said at the beginning, death. People come and people go, and we forget them. I'm sure you do know your mother's name, you know your grandmother's name. You might not know your great-grandmother's name, you might not know your great-great-grandmother's name. It's because no legacy has been left. Legacy is not necessarily the name. Let me clear myself. It's not necessarily the name, but the impact that you've had on life. The impact that you've had on life. And I don't want to be someone who will just come on earth and live each day, and then me not knowing when I'll die, I just go like that. No, I want to leave an impact. I want to do something that when I even die, I know that I'm still living. My spirit virtues are still living. The world has become a better place because I lived. And that is what inspired me. Death shouldn't be something that is scary. Death is something that should rather push you to strive hard for things. Your master's degree wouldn't matter. Your call to the bar, your profession wouldn't matter. It's how you've left this world a better place to live in. And it's all encapsulated in you discovering who you are, why you are here, and finding ways and means to fuel the fulfillment of why you are here. That's all.
Amazing. Emmanuel from Finland says he's in love with the topic of yourself. Great.
Thank you.
Let's read some of the comments on Facebook. Let's acknowledge some of our viewers. We have Lady Adu, Ursula Na Odesuwa. Wow. Kwekubedu Ado. I guess he's your birthday partner. I think I remember something like that.
Yes, he was also born.
Yeah, he's your birthday partner. He says, another excellent gift from my golden angel. I pray that God continues to grant you more wisdom and intelligence so that you can bring us.
Amen. Thank you so much, Kweku.
Wow, birthday partners. Great. A question from Anonymous. Wow, these anonymous people. eternal living about the place we Jesus Christ is preparing and come for us.
Dorcas, could you please read it again?
The eternal living. The person
Yes.
is asking that is it the place Jesus Christ is going to prepare and come for us?
Is it a place Jesus Christ is going to prepare and come for us?
Yeah, and take us there. I mean, we've been hearing
Okay.
there are many mansions. You're not to, I wouldn't have told you.
Yes.
Etc. So the eternal living you are talking about, the person wants to know if it is that
No,
place that Jesus Christ is preparing.
no, my dear, it's not a place. Eternal living is not a place. When you think about living, it's a day-to-day activity. It's a doing word. Eternal living is simply you still existing as your spirit virtues in the soul of humanity long after you are dead. And like I said, the only way to live eternally, eternal means you are not dying, no. So even when the body is dead, the spirit that you are, that I explained earlier, the spirit that you are, the act of it living in the soul of humanity, in the souls of people that you have come into contact with, in the impact that you've had on life, that is when you say that you have lived eternally. And so it's not a place. It's not a place at all. It's rather the conscious act of living, letting your soul values or your virtues exist here on earth, even when you are long gone. That is eternal living.
So is eternal living not helping us get to the heaven and the hell?
Well,
we serve?
eternal living. Please finish your question.
I am done with. I'm saying that the eternal living
Yes.
is not taking us to either heaven or hell.
No. To me, heaven is right here on earth. Heaven is blissful living. When you are able to be in that state where all that you are experiencing is bliss, if you are able to identify what you are and work towards it and you are in that state of eternal bliss, then you are in heaven. And if I'm doing all that and I've experienced that bliss, then yes, then eternal living helps you experience heaven. If you are not doing that, then you might experience hell. When your soul leaves the body and you go into a plane where you had the consciousness of anger, of fear, of negative energies in particular, and you go to that plane, yes, you might experience pain, which you will describe as hell. But if your eternal living here on earth gives you heaven, then you are experiencing heaven.
Wow. Michael from UK, he says, have you ever experienced heaven on earth before?
Yes, I have. I'm sure you have. You felt, you've given unto life, you've done something that puts you in that state of absolute bliss before, haven't you? I have given to a child before, and seeing her reaction to a pencil case puts me in that state of heaven. I lived in heaven because I exercised my virtue of giving. I exercised my virtue of kindness. Instantly, it puts me in that heavenly realm which is within you. And Michael, you should know that the kingdom of heaven is within you. It is not a place outside the earth like we've all grown up to know. No. Luke 17:20-21 says that Jesus said, the kingdom is not here, it's not there, for the kingdom of God is within you. The whole kingdom of heaven, which contains God, which I have described you to be one with. In fact, I didn't say it. The Bible in John 10:30 says, you are one with the Father. So if I'm one with the King who resides in heaven and can be characterized by his fruits and his virtues in Galatians, then the kingdom of heaven is within you. And so the more you explore and discover the fruits of the Spirit within you, you are in heaven.
Amazing. Mary from Finland says, what are you talking about? We are all striving to go to heaven, and you are experiencing heaven here. What are you talking about? So what are we striving for? In other words,
We are striving to evolve. We are striving to uncover and discover more of the kingdom of heaven within you. Evolution simply means that trying to get better. You are trying to be in that state of godhood where you were in the very beginning of time when God created you and said it was good. You were in that perfect state, one with the Father. You were conscious of who and what you are, one with God, created in His image and likeness. But we have come to earth, and then we are in this body temple, and yes, we lose focus of who we were as spirits when God created us, and then we come and then experience certain things which fill us with anger and fear, and we are in the process of uncovering it, cutting them all off for us to get into that supreme divine state of God again. That's why we are here, to evolve, to become better people, to the state where we know that we are fully God conscious, evolving from humanhood to godhood. That is why we are here. We are all striving to evolve. But we are not striving to go to heaven, because heaven is within us. We are striving, yes, you can say you are striving to experience heaven. You are striving to fully understand heaven, but not that we are striving here to go to a place somewhere to experience heaven like we have been taught.
Splendid. Samuel from UK, he says, what is the impact of our choice of life partner in eternal living?
I would welcome you to come to the Love Affairs workshop for you to fully get to the influence of a life partner. You know, we are here, like I said, to evolve. And every experience and everyone that we come into contact with are meant for us to, to communicate with, to make us better. It's like the pain that you would go through should make you a better person. The pleasure you go through should make you a better person. Anything that helps you become better is worth celebrating. If you have a life partner who sees your goal and your vision, who is able to share in the reason for which you have discovered to be here on earth, then it's important to note that such a person would speed your evolution rate, or would speed your eternal living, or how to live eternally. If you have someone who drains you, if you have someone who makes you focus more on your physical thirst for fulfillment than your spiritual thirst for fulfillment, it's important, but in proportion. So if you have someone who is draining you and influencing you more into that physical thirst than discovering who you are, fulfilling your purpose, then you should also know that the person has a question mark. There's a question mark there. So yes, your spiritual partners, in fact, your life partners, have influences over how you would live eternally. So you should make really wise decisions when going into relationships or marriages.
Great. Someone comes back to ask you a personal question, and I'm sure you can guess it, right?
No, please.
Okay, let me read it. Ask her, has she made her choice of a life partner already?
You should ask God. You should ask God. We should meditate on this, and then we'll come next week, and then I'll see the revelation that God gave to you, Samuel, and then I'll also share my revelation on that.
She's not married, so maybe she's searching, or maybe she's in the process. What is the role of imagination in eternal living? This is from Samuel again.
Hey, Samuel. Samuel is already an Etherean.
Really?
I'm guessing the way he is interested in issues of life, it's impressive. Or spiritual living, it's impressive.
Some
And
more, but
when
also like you
Ephesians
already.
are precious. Pardon?
I'm telling someone that you like him already.
Well, imagination. From my small knowledge, imagination is more or less like vision, and bringing your vision to fruition, casting your mind onto a scene in life, and seeing you in that scene, perhaps to fulfill that scene or just experiencing the pleasure of that scene. I really cannot tell the impact of imagination on eternal living, but if there is anything that would support you to live eternally, why not go for it? Vision is what will drive you to act, to make the world a better place. Vision is what drives you to eternal living. And so if imagination can drive you, can be a driving force for you to live eternally, why not? Imagine the world. Imagine a world that you have impact on. Imagine a world where your spirit virtues or the quality of your soul is having influence on whatever you are imagining. Anything that would help you live eternally, meaning focusing on the spirit being that you are, knowing why you are here, trying to fulfill why you are here, having an impact on life, is worth going for. And so if imagination would help you, why not?
Beautiful. There's my personal question. I've been celebrating Christmas all the time. At the first night, which happens to be a very special day in my life, you hear all kinds of prophecies from pastors, bishops, and all the titles you can imagine. Nothing changes. What is the essence of Christmas, and how are we supposed to celebrate it? Do you have any idea? Can you share with us?
I'll share this with you on the 24th, which is in line with my topic. And so I'll hold on to this question and make sure it is answered when I come back on the 24th towards Christmas, and then you would get your answer from that.
Great. We are pleased to hear that. That's in line. Can you give us a location of it? Well, someone comes to say you didn't answer his question.
What was his question, please?
About a life partner.
Oh, I did answer it, Samuel. I did answer it. Like I said, you're here to live eternally. You're here to evolve. You're here to have impactful living. You're here to know who and what you are, work towards why you are here on earth. And so if there is someone who would inspire that, who would help you work towards the fulfillment of your purpose, who would help you live a life of impact, who would help you live eternally, then you should go in for someone like that. If there's someone who drains you, who pushes you towards the thirst of physical existence, which I am not saying is bad, but if it's in a greater proportion over the amount of time you focus on spirit, which is your true nature, then you should also advise yourself against such a person. Know who and what you are. When you're able to discover who and what you are, you can easily know whether you would want to be with someone or not, if the person gels well with who you are or not. So I believe it was answered. Or is he talking about whether I have a life partner?
Yes, he says whether you are. Yeah.
Like I said, we should all meditate on that today, on the 24th when I come out, answer his question. So he must make sure to fellowship with us on the 24th, which is when I'll be coming again. So he should be online at 7 p.m. on the 24th to listen to Vanessa's answer on whether she has a life partner or not.
Samuel, over to you. He has brought another question. You could write it down and answer him on the 24th.
Yes, I will.
Okay. He says, is dating in Ethereum mission occultic? Is dating in Ethereum mission occultic?
Oh.
Many don't want to say it. Why?
Oh. Samuel, I'll answer this on the 24th. But what is occult is something that is not known. Occult is something that is hidden. When something is not known, we say it is occultic. When there's a secret that is not shared between a third party, the third party has every right to say that it is occultic. I don't know the correlation with occult and dating. Dating is simply getting to know someone and being in the act of trying to make each other become better. So if that's dating, in Ethereum mission, if anyone is trying to make you better, why not? If anyone promotes you socially, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, why not? There's nothing occultic about it. Dating in Ethereum mission is allowed if you are mature and responsible, and the other person helps you become a better person. That's all. It's not occultic.
Someone says that then you should answer it now. No, he can't do it. Someone, you can visit Ethereum mission. There are a lot of beautiful ladies like Vanessa. Maybe you can even grab Vanessa there. And so many others. You find out more of these answers. You can as well join the program, Love Affairs.
Yeah.
That will help answer most of the questions. I'm sure you have a lot of time. So, Vanessa, can you leave us with a sentence or two? I mean, something for us to control as we sleep.
Okay, so, beloved, it's time to wake up and live eternally. Like I always say, life is short. No matter how long you live, whether for 90 or 100 years, it will come. Death would come. What would you be remembered for? Would you live eternally, or you'd be a walking dead? The time to live eternally is now. Choose to live eternally. Choose to live eternally from now till we are called. Ethereum mission in Ghana is located on the General Ankara Highway next to the Gulf Lane Station at Sakaman, Accra. The phone numbers are 0264 177 633 and 0548 177 633. And there are also our WhatsApp numbers. And so if you want to join any of our platforms, you can send a text to these numbers and then you'd be added onto the platforms. If you also want to make a spiritual contribution to what you've heard or what you've been inspired by my colleagues, you can send a donation to these very same numbers, and we would appreciate your support. Also in Ghana, our Takoradi branch is located on the Davis Street in the Anaji Estate, and the telephone number there is 0561 166 330. Also in Kumasi, if you're in Kumasi and want to fellowship with the Ethereum Mission, we have another branch there. You are welcome to fellowship with us at the Derba Court Hotel behind Dr. Bedu in Adiembra. And the contact number is 0561 166 331. And if you are in the UK, we have a branch at 58 Coringe Park Avenue in Mitcham, Surrey. The postcode is CR42DG. And the phone number is 0208 646 6129. God bless you for fellowshipping with us, and God bless you for your time. Over to you, Dorcas.
God bless you. On Facebook, your birthday partner, Kweku, he says, why 24th, Vanessa? I'm desperate to know. Kweku is desperate to know. You better come prepared on 24th for some answer. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mother God, lift my vision beyond duality and seeming opposites to that sacred vision of your one and indivisible self. O God, grant grant me the blessed vision that sees only your divine presence in and through all of life. You are the only power without opposite. There is nothing else besides you. You encompass the earth, the solar and other starry systems and galaxies. You alone are God. To you I surrender always, and from you I draw my power. So now, my spirit rises with the spirit of life, and the sound of my voice echoes in the hearts of all men.
What is all that there is? What is all that lies?